What's up, Moto Gaming community? Today we are reviewing the Wick 338, also known as Southwick, the 2020 layout version. Now, this track is supposed to be a sand track. I did my little research here. So there's actually a map. How do you bring up the map? I think you just hold this button. Yes, you do. So I didn't really see this on Google Maps, so I think this is just a add-on. But right around these edges is actually a elementary school, at least it looks like, right across the street from this. So this track is they did a pretty good job. They I haven't rode it yet. This is gonna be the first time I'm gonna ride it right now. But what I've seen on videos, which way do we go? I don't even know which way we go. I'm guessing this way because of the pole. So what I've seen from the videos, which I can see right now, is this track is really rough, which is what it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be a really rough track. But in this game, because how rough it is, kind of almost does not work because the rider likes to bounce a lot. So if you're not leaning your stick all the way back at all times, you're going to be having a very hard time riding this track. But so far this track is this track's really rough. Ooh, it's hard to see with that sun. You know what? They even did a great job with these rollers too. Like, they're not too crazy to where you guys gonna bounce all over the place and go off track like I just did right there, but I couldn't see. Ooh, I wonder if I could actually double that, maybe? Check up, I'm not sure if this is a jump or a roller. Down. Okay, first impression so far on the first lap. Yeah, this track is really rough. You have to really be in your A game. It's pretty challenging, and that's what it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be challenging. It does give you a little break here and there where you could actually, you know, ride without being concerned if you're going to be getting thrown off the track. But they did a great job. These rollers are not too intense, but they do catch you off guard here and there. Did it again. Yeah, I don't think you could, I mean, you might double it, maybe. Like, a forgiving spot that I was talking about would be right here. This is pretty forgiving. Nice sweeping turn. Not too intense until you get to, like, right here. down. See right there, it just kicked me. Gonna do one more lap here. I want to do a total of 3 laps just to for a full on what I actually think about this. So far I'm really liking it. What I'm liking is the challenge of it. Like, you have to be really prepared for whatever's gonna happen. So I'm constantly just leaning my right stick back. No, I don't think you could actually double that. Maybe if you get like a good hop, but I don't think it's possible. Alright, so yeah, this track is pretty insane. Like, these rollers are perfect for this game because this game is really bouncy. It can be really bouncy depending on the track, but they did a really good job. Like, yeah, I'm bouncing around a lot, but it's a more forgiving bounce than you would with other tracks where you just straight up bounce off the track. They really kept true to the actual replica, which I really appreciate. They didn't try to, you know, downgrade not downgrade, but pretty much make it too easy. They made it very challenging, which I really like. This is online is gonna be really fun with other people on this track. So now if we go into the map, now this there's a little Easter egg right here, which is this track out in the boonies. So let's go check this out. How do I do this again? Set waypoint, jump. So we're just gonna jump there. Which way do we actually go on this track? This way? Yep. Alright, so this track is not really sure if this track's really there. I didn't see it on Google Maps, but it's pretty fun. Cool little gap jump into a river, which I totally messed up. Get across the water. Alright, let's get this, I want to get that water jump at least once. I think it was coming up, right? Yeah. Oh, we'll count that. So there is another little Easter egg that I saw. It's just a board that they put a piece of paper on and they wrote on it. So it says, notice this board is to be used for official notice only. No video game text allowed here. And then if you zoom in a little bit, which I'm going to try to get it, it says, This text is not to be read. Do not read under any circumstances. Thank you for taking the time to read this. Does it say this? Yes, it does. Take time to read this. So it's just a goofy little thing that they put up. So that is it for the free ride. Now let's move on to racing this track. Let's see how it looks during race time. "2020 Southwick National." Pretty cool little video of it showing the track, a little demonstration. Oh, that looks really cool. And let's just skip this. So now we're racing it. I put it to 3 laps. Don't want it too long, so the track won't get too rough. But I put it on all time, so it will get some type of roughness on it. Already just racing it during racing it like this gives it a different different feel to it. Kind of just sent that there. I don't know if it's me, but it also feels more pressed. Like the track's a little groomed. I could be wrong though. Oh, cool little air balloons up in the sky. Oh, looks like you can jump up it. Cool, there you go. You have to take that very left side of the track if you want to jump over that gap. That's going to save you a lot of time, apparently. They did a great job. It actually looks like I'm running a actual national. Almost went to the right there. Ooh, got a little squirrely there. Still held on. Starting to see some of these rollers, they're starting to get pretty choppy in some areas just after 1 lap. Look at this berm's already forming right there too. Whoa! There's an example of how bouncy this game can be. Let's see if I could jump that gap again. I just went super wide. Nope, not that time. Take the lead back. Okay, yep. There comes the ruts in those rollers. That actually made it kind of hard. It's also kind of hard because that sun in some areas, in some of those turns or ruts. Step off track here. The shadow is just crazy, and I can't see where the rut's at. Oh, I got a terrible drive up that. Yeah, these rollers are starting to get choppy. Dang. Oh boy. You really have to have a really good flow on this track. Either if it's just like skipping through them or doubling through these rollers, or if it's just hammering each one, you have to find some type of rhythm. Because if you don't, you're just going to be all over the track like I am. Sucks. I want to jump this spot one more time if I'm able to. Nope. I think it was just that one time I got lucky. Maybe because it was the first lap. Dude, I can hear him. Cool. We win this race. Alright, so my full-on 100% thoughts of this track. This track is really fun. Has a pretty good skill gap. It's challenging. You have to have really good rhythm. You have to have a really good setup too. Like, these rollers, they're more forgiving than they would be when this game first started, because when this game first started, this game was really bouncy to where it felt like you were on the moon. But over time, they've actually done a pretty good job just sending out updates to fix things here and there, which I wish they still were doing that, but it's better than it was before. But this track is so much fun. You have different types of, like, it gets rough. And when it gets rough, then you have to start changing your line and trying to figure out a smoother line. And even that can be challenging, because then that line can get rough, and then the whole track just becomes one crazy track that now you have to be very cautious, which makes it really challenging. So the question is this DLC worth it? And I'm going to ask this every time I test out a new track. So far, yes. Hangtown was really fun. This track is really fun. Both of them feel different. The other one's rough. It can get rough, but the other one's more high speed. This one is really rough, so you have to be on your toes, pretty much. You have to pretty much be prepared what's going to happen. So this DLC so far is totally worth it. I am glad I spent the $20 on this. I'm having a lot of fun on these tracks. So far, hands down, this is my favorite track. You don't really, there's not really a track in this game that is this rough. Like, this is probably the best track in this whole game so far. A track I am waiting for, that I cannot wait for, is going to be Fox Raceway, which, yes, if you go on the website, you do not see it on the list. But what I'm understanding from people like Start Your System, Kellen, I've watched his videos, he says that it will be released later on in fall, which I'm hoping is true. If it's coming from him, I'm going to believe him. He's been around doing this longer than I have, so I can't wait for fall. That track I really want to ride. That is it for this video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this review of Southwick. Track is really fun. If you guys already have the DLC, go ahead and try this track out. Make sure you have a good setup. Just be really prepared. It's rough, and it will continue to get rougher the more laps you put into it. If you guys don't have the DLC, either you can save your money or you can get it. It's all up to you guys. Just know that these tracks, in my opinion, totally worth it. Thanks guys for taking the time to watch this review. You guys be safe out there, and I will see you in the next Moto Gaming video. Peace out, Kimosabis.